bow your heads, please. Almighty God, we thank you for the blessings of this day, for the meal we received and the fellowship we share. Guide our actions as Rotarians, that we may be guided by truth, integrity, and genuine spirit of service. May we work diligently to serve others, to foster understanding and goodwill, and to leave a lasting legacy of compassion in our community and the world. Amen.
Okay, let's join in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Phil and Nancy, come and lead us in a song. Welcome, Wayne. Any other guests? Okay. Busy time of year, as we've been saying, all through the month of September and as we head into October. Still pretty busy. Any announcements from the floor for the Good of Rotary?
So this Saturday is the best meal you can have. It's a shrimp boil. I love shrimp with Old Bay, potatoes, a little bit of corn, some sausage. That'll be happening at the farmer's market. It is a pace. It's our downtown nonprofit. It's our only fundraiser for the year. The tickets are only $20. If you go to any restaurant and get shrimp boil, it's at least $30. I'm surprised it was so cheap. I know all of you know line up to buy tickets. I have them available. They're $20. And it's this Saturday. You don't even have to get out of your car if you don't want to. Just drive through from 5 to 7 at Farmer's Market. Thank you.
Right.
Jason, I just wanted to double check. Are you on Zoom?
I am. I saw Carl Miller is joining us on Zoom. Hi, Carl. Good to have you with us. Okay, any other announcements?
Well, I was not here for the weekend. I happened to the doctor to go and chili cook-off.
Yeah, so David, give us an update on Chili Cook-Off and Hope may be able to give us an update on golf.
Yeah, we had a few, several teams at the last week. They couldn't attend for a variety of reasons, so we didn't have as many teams as we were hoping for. We're already digging into them for next year. All told, between Dave Williams and his crew sold a couple gallons on Friday before the really big Saturday. It was 74, right? 74, there was a gallon left over.
70.
None left over. Peyton's, though, if you saw Peyton's pot, Peyton came in second, or Silly Ray. Chili Ray Cyrus came in second. Phil Griffin came in third, and Father Storehouse ended up coming in first in the contest. But all told, we ended up, we believe, finishing it up. I believe we clear about $8,800. So that's a good amount to go. Thank Wayne and all the help that he had of getting sponsors. I hate shaking people down for money, even though that's what I do for a living. So when it comes to sponsorships, that's not my cup of tea. Wayne did a great job of getting sponsors for it, helping me learn the ropes of everything. And appreciate everybody who was there to help sell and give out tickets and bowls and everything like that, and everybody who came out to support it.
It was a great day, great weather, great crew there, and there was some great chili for sure. Hope, how about a little update on golf if you have one? It went well.
Great. There were 9 teams total. The focus this year, because we had so many events all piled together, with Party in the Park Thursday, chili on Friday, golf on Friday, and chili cook-off on Saturday. But 9 teams, the focus was on fellowship. I think everybody had a phenomenal time. A lot of heads are shaking for those of you who attended. So I think Tony Mazzini made it a lot of fun, threw some extras in there this year that we hadn't had before.
A great week for Rotary this past week. From Wednesday to Saturday, there was something every day. So thank you for everyone who attended each one of those events. Any other announcements? We've got a couple for the club. The fall socials coming up on October the 11th. That is this weekend. So if you haven't RSVP'd, be sure to get with Kim today or as soon as possible to let her know if you're going to be there. It's a great event, a great time for us as a club to have just a good evening social event. I'll have my kids out there, so if you've got kids, it's definitely a kid-friendly event. And it's a good time. So again, that's coming up this Saturday evening, October the 11th. A couple of other things that are on the horizon. October 22nd is our district governor visit. So that'll just be during our normal meeting on Wednesday, October 22nd. But our Rotary district governor will be with us that day, and this is a time of year we ask every Rotarian to be in attendance for that. We start looking around like, who wasn't here in trouble, kind of thing. So put it on your calendar to be here on the 22nd. Couple other things, we just keep this on your calendar. November the 8th, or November 6th, I'm sorry, November 6th, Discover Rotary Social. We've talked a little bit about this, but the reason I keep bringing it up, I'd love for you to be thinking of people who might be prospective members for Rotary. Just folks who seem like they'd be a great Rotarian, folks that care about the community, who serve the community well, and might be a great fit. This is a great time for them to come, no strings attached, and visit and hear about what we do as a club and as an organization as well. That will be November 6th at Cross Ties. It'll be a great evening. And just also a quick reminder that this month, our emphasis, as this is an emphasis for Rotary International, ending polio, this month we will be doing a silent auction. What's the date on that, Kim? That's next week. That's right, next week. And so every year we do this. It is a bake, make, or buy. You can, if you're like me and there's no way you're going to bake something, you can buy something, or you can bring something. I was telling Kim, I got a buddy in this room who I know enjoys a really nice bourbon, so that might be what I buy and have available for them to auction off. Or you may know of a piece of art that you want to bring and let that be auctioned off. Or bake something. If you want to bring a baked good and you don't like to bake or you're not good at it, Dot and Pearls in High Point makes a really, really good cake, and I'll be sure to hit on that if you bring it. So again, that is next week. Bake, make, or buy. It doesn't matter. Bring something to auction off, and all those proceeds are going for a great cause. So
it'll be auctioned off next week too?
It'll be auctioned off on the same day. There'll be just a spread, a table, silent auction style, and
Bring cash or card. We'll try to end that day without having to send any invoices out to anybody, so we'll run it either through Square on credit card or cash.
yep. And it'll just be a fun time for us to look at what's available and auction, and every bit of those proceeds go to a great cause. So bring something with you next week, and we'll send another email reminder about that as well. And the last thing, we already talked about fall fling. I'll say it again, this Saturday, fall fling at David Williams' house. If you haven't registered, be sure to talk to Ken.
What time?
That is 5:30, I believe. Yes. And $20 for adults. Kids are free. It's a great evening. Picnic food, drinks, beer, and wine. It'll be a great evening, social event for us as a club. That's all we've got as announcements. Let's dive into split the pot. Who's split the pot today? Jim? As a team, all right. Hey, for folks that are new or you're visiting with us today, you're like, what is this? We do a thing as a club called Split the Pot. I promise it's not gambling. What it is, we buy raffles every week, and it goes on for a while. They need to draw a card. That card is the Queen of Hearts, correct?
Yes.
That's right, Queen of Hearts. Clearly, I've never won it. But if they draw the Queen of Hearts, they get to split the pot of all the cash that's been put in there over the months. And they split it because half goes to benefit Rotary and the other half goes to their pocket. So what does the pot sit at today?
We have 20 cards remaining and $2,715 is total in the pot.
$2,715.
There you go.
655002.
002. We've got a lot of guests with us who've been a part of that today, so it's going to be exciting to hear from them and what they've learned today or what they've taken in. It's always a joy to have students with us and to see you here. Hey, I will add this. Us as Rotarians, we are always very eager and excited about what's happening with the next generation. And teenagers, students are a big passion of ours, and seeing education, but also leaders rise up in our world and certainly in our community. So if you're here today and you're a student and you're like, man, I wonder what Rotary is all about, we would love to talk to you. Come talk to me or any Rotarian. We'd love to share with you our heart of how we are community servants and what we do and why we exist. So if that is intriguing you, come up and talk to one of us. We'd love to talk to you about that. With that said, we're going to jump into our program today, and Candace, come and lead us.
Okay, so I wanted just to say thank you to our faculty that were here today. If you will stand, just so we can all recognize you. Jill Story from DECC. Christy Hiller from East Davidson High School. Lynn Scott from Lebanon High School. Lakeita Ingram from Thomasville High School. Diane Roberts from Thomasville High School.
is Zaira Martin from Thomasville High School in Thomasville. Thank you, faculty, for being here. Thank you to the Rotarians that opened up your business, to have all of these students that were here, that were with us today. And students, we just want to say thank you for each of you participating to be here with us. And with that being said, we're going to start in the back. And so for those of you that thought that sitting in the back was going to get you out of everything, we put the script on that. So you get to go first. So if you will tell us your name, what school you're from, where you shadowed today, and your future plans.
My name is Corbin here, and I go to Oak Grove High School. I'm a senior. I shadowed at the Thomasville Parks and Rec Center today. I have a couple ideas for what I want to do after high school. I get a lot of comments from my peers about how I have a very outgoing personality, and that I just have a lot of extra things about my personality. So I've been looking into stuff like sports communication for like broadcasting, stuff where I can really express my energy out there, because I feel like that's what really sets me apart from everybody else.
Hey, I'm Jay Lawrence. I'm a senior at Oak Grove High School, and I'll be majoring in sports medicine at that high school.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Rose. I go to Oak Grove High School, and I shadowed at Communities and Schools today, and I want to major in elementary education. Hi, I'm Scarlett Diaz, and I shadow YMCA today, and I want to be a nurse when I grow up.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is John Vasquez, and I am a senior at Thomasville High School and the student body president there. Today, I shadowed at the City of Thomasville Town Hall, and in the future, I aspire to be a human resource manager. I was actually here in February to do the 4-week test, and I placed second place here, so I'm so interested in being your HR manager if you guys have to talk.
Hi, my name is Miranda Peralez. I'm a senior at Thomasville High School, and I shadowed at the Thomasville Tourism. I learned a lot. I want to be an ultrasound tech, so keep that in mind, guys. Hi, my name is Litsa Martinez. I'm a senior at Thomasville High School. I shadowed at the Salvation Army, and I'm still kind of undecided on what I want to do. My name is Akira Joe. I'm a junior at Thomasville High School, and today I'm into the brandy berry industry. And my career path, or like my pathway after high school, I wanted to be a practitioner nurse, but I also want to do something in engineering and psychology as well. So I haven't made it on yet. My name is Alicia Escobar. I come to Davidson Community College. I'm studying English for the second language, and I am shadowed to ages 5 children. Hello, my name is Elizabeth Morales. I'm from Mexico. I'm studying English in Davidson Community College, and shadow Elvis 5 January. to be an otolaryngologist when I grow up.
Hi, my name is Maria Rosa. I am studying English, a second language in Ladies and Lady Community College. I am Shadow here Women's Club. And thanks, Steve, for showing us the story. This place is wonderful. I think it's thanks for show us this story. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Pedro Martinez Mendez. I'm from Thomasville High School, and I shadow the Chamber of Commerce. And what I want to do after high school is become a nurse practitioner or a travel nurse.
Stan Stires. I haven't decided what I want to be when I grow up. It's a pleasure to be with you. It's great to see all you shadows here today. I admire you for what you're doing, stepping out of your comfort zone a little bit and exploring some possibilities for the future. And if you don't know what your future holds, you're pretty normal, I think, so don't feel badly about that. I'd also say congratulations for you being willing to pass up potato tots in the school cafeteria today and eat with us. Good meal today. And I think, most of you, if you stop to think about it, you've been in school for what, 12 years, 15 years, maybe somewhere right in there, and you're going to spend 4 or 5 times that amount, probably 40, 45 years at least, in work to earn a living. And you're getting a head start, I think, by today, taking these adventures and helping you get a running start on the most important decision, one of the most important decisions you ever make. How will I make a living is an important question. Somebody said, if you get a job that you're doing what you love, you never have to work a day in your life. And there's a lot of truth in that. And if you have a passion for what you do, it makes all the difference in terms of a lot of things. Happiness is money. There's an even more important question, though, I think, in how do I make a living? And that is, how do I make a life? How do I make a life? The old heads in the room will tell you that we can be so busy trying to make a living that we forget to make a meaningful life, a rewarding life, a fulfilling life. We get caught up in that rat race and how fast we can go, and it'll wear us out. A few of the people in here will tell you that sometimes we wait too late to find that place that we want to have a life. So how does a senior in high school go about making a life? Let me suggest 3 things today, real quickly, that I believe can help you make a life for yourself. The first thing is, I'd like to remind you that you have the power to choose. You have the power to choose. One of the regrets I have in my life is I was not exposed to Stephen Covey and Viktor Frankl during my formative years. There are many things that Covey taught me later in life, but one of the most meaningful things was a discovery he made while he was a grad student in Hawaii. He was going through stacks in the books in the library, thumbing through them, and he came across a statement that the author said, between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space lies our ability to choose our response. And in these choices lie our growth and our happiness. Let me say that again. Between stimulus and response, there's a space. And in that space lies our ability to choose our response. And in those choices lie our growth and happiness. I wish I'd learned that when I was 17 or 18. I didn't learn it until later on. But what we tend to do is we tend to live our lives out of the law of physics. And what that says, you know, Sir Isaac Newton, you heard of him, the guy that apple dropped on his head or something, he just stuck gravity. He said, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. You've heard that before, I'm sure. So what happens is, something happens to us and we react. And we think that we're wired that way, but what Covey's saying is, it doesn't have to be that way. It's not the only way. And this is where Viktor Frankl comes in. His life illustrates the point, I think. Frankl was an Austrian Jewish psychiatrist who, with his family, was imprisoned in the Nazi death camps. All his family except him died in those camps. And in Auschwitz, he was tortured and beaten, and his body was used for all kinds of scientific experiments. And one day he was lying in a room after he'd been tortured, and he started thinking, he said, he came to the realization that, you know, these Nazis, these Germans can hurt my body, but I only live in this body. That's not really me. And they can't hurt me, Viktor Frankl, the person. Everything can be taken from a person but one thing, and that is the last of the human freedoms, the freedom to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose your own way. I can choose my response to anything that happens to me in any circumstance. I am response able. And I just might add one corollary to that is, you can choose your response, but you can't choose the consequences of your response. So you need to be careful with making your choices. Somebody said, if you pick up one end of the stick, you pick up the other, the good end and sometimes not so good. So be careful. Well, know then today that you have the power to choose. Let's be real. There will be a lot of things that you can't control. You can't control where you're born. You can't control who your parents are. You can't control the weather. You can't control the cost of college. And sometimes life can be pretty challenging in an unfair way. It won't be what we wish for. But once again, we have the ability to respond to that, even if it's not what we prefer. And there are basically two types of people in the world, I think. First of those who take responsibility for their lives. And secondly, those who blame it on somebody else, what's happened to them. Abraham Lincoln said it best. He said, people are just about as happy as they make up their minds to be. So, you and I are pretty much responsible for our own happiness. In your life, you're driving the car. You're not in the passenger seat. You got the wheel and the gas and the brakes. You choose where you want that life to go. So much time has been given that, well, Helen Keller said, how many of you know Helen Keller? She was born deaf and blind. Can you imagine that? How would you begin to even know what's outside of your inner world? But she said, so much that was given to me that I have no time to ponder that which was denied. And that attitude, I think, that response to life's challenges, positive mindset, and she could play the victim of circumstances, or she could respond to them in a different way. And if you know anything about Helen Keller, she did respond in an amazing way. So my first word to you today is, know that you have the power to choose. The second thing I'd like to very quickly leave with you is, please choose character. Please choose character. We hear a lot about the importance of character these days, rightly so. Someone said that character is destiny. That's an old saying. And the older I get, the more I believe that's probably the truth. Now, I want to be careful here. I've made many mistakes. I got many faults. And I don't want to sound like the old 5th grade Sunday school teacher who was always preaching to his class about the importance of exemplary living, and sort of had a little arrogant way about doing it. Put his chest out, and one day he asked his class of 5th graders, he said, now boys, why do people call me a Christian? Pause. Finally somebody slowly said, probably because they don't know you. But we really hear a lot of stories about it. And on behalf of the adult world, I'd like to apologize to you today for the examples that we've set for you. And right now, if you look around us in the world, especially in this country, there's not a lot of good examples of people who live out of good character. But they're out there. And now what's happened is on NBC Evening News and CBS News, the last thing they'll show is something positive, something good. So you dealt with 21 minutes of just whatever, and you got 1 or 2 minutes there of good stuff. But there is some good stuff. And one of my favorites is a guy from Durham who had ALS, the Lou Gehrig's disease. If you know anything about that, that's an awful disease. And but what he did was, he said, I'm going to live here. I'm not going to just cash my check in. So what he did was he spent his time passing out Krispy Kreme donuts to school children, hospital staff, people on the street. He founded an organization that was called the Big Ideas for Common Good. I think that's what it was called. And he tried to find ways people could come together. And he ended up dying and passing it away. But his life was to live for others. And so we have that same choice. We can respond as well. I hope you'll choose to be honest with yourself first and then with others. I love the 4-way test that we'll say at the end of this meeting today. I encourage you to read that. Take that bulletin home and wrestle it away from a Rotary if they got one. And commit yourself to what the 4-way test is about. And I look forward to sharing that with you as we get to the end of the program. I hope you'll learn patience. We get in a hurry these days. We like to tear through things. And one of my favorite sayings is, never cut what you can untie. Don't get such a big hurry that you take your pair of scissors out and cut your shoelaces to get your shoes off, and you can untie the laces yourself. And I hope you'll live with integrity, that your walk will match your talk. I guess the good saying is, be like one another, respond to one another in the way that you like to be responded to. Or as my friend Kyle Wallace once said, it's not how loud you shout or how high you jump, it's how you walk when you hit the ground. The third thing I want to ask for you is to develop your capacity to enjoy life. Develop your capacity to enjoy life. The very best way you can do that is to use wisely 2 gifts that we all have, our health and our time. At 17, it may seem like you're never going to run out of life, you're never going to run out of health, you're never going to run out of time. It's just life goes on forever. And what we find out is over a period of time that that's not the way it works. Our health and our time are the raw materials of our lives, and we need to take those and use them wisely. Let me say just a quick word about time. You and I have 168 hours every week. Scientists can't invent anymore. Wealthy people can't buy anymore. We're going to get 168 hours every week exactly. And how many times have you asked yourself, man, where did the time go? Where did the day go? I didn't get anything done today. You see, we worry about the things that we want to do, but we don't, instead of doing the things we can do, but don't. There's some good stuff on TV and the internet and the cell phones and everything, but if the Denver Post is right in the survey I saw not too long ago, they said the average American spent 10 hours or 39 minutes in some kind of screen device of some sort. Computers at work, cell phones at home all the time. You got right there watching them in case the text comes up. And it's truly amazing that time is forgiving, because no matter how much we waste, the next day we still got 24 hours. And that to me is an amazing aspect of life. So maybe time is not the problem. Maybe it's our use of that matters. And I would just encourage you to please spend some time thinking about what you want to do with your time. Decide what people and things matter most and give them your time and energy. It's your choice, and you have the power to choose. I would say you have a great deal of influence on your health. The Roman poet Virgil, who lived from 70 BC to 19 BC, he told us that the greatest wealth is health. The greatest wealth is health. And someone recently said that we need to take good care of our bodies because it's the only place we got to live. And that's the truth. It's easy at age 17 or 18 to think we'll live forever, but if we live long enough, we discover the second law of thermodynamics. That is that things fall apart. And sooner or later, eventually, you and I will fall apart. Sometimes we're faster than others in that race. So it's a good idea to eat smart, exercise, get plenty of rest, make good decisions about what we allow in our bodies, make good decisions about what we allow in our minds, because mental health is just as important as physical health. And remember that healthy is an outfit that looks different on everybody. Looks different on everybody. Each of us is created in our own unique way. So, how you choose to make a meaningful life is up to you. Please never forget, and please know that each of you has so much to give to the world, and you have so much to be given as you go through life. You may have heard that poem about the dash. I won't read the whole thing, but let me just read a part of it to you real quick. I read of a man who stood to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on her tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came her birth, the date, and spoke the following date with tears. Was the dash, but he said what mattered most of all was the dash between those years. For that dash represents all the time that she spent alive on earth. And now only those who love her know what that little line is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters most is how we live in love and how we spend our dash. We Rotarians are pulling for each of you guys to make a masterpiece of your life. And we wish you the very best on your journey. And we appreciate you sharing just a portion of it with us today. Thank you.
Stan, you always have a way of inspiring us all, everyone in the room. And so thank you for sharing that. Made me think of two quotes as I was listening. One is from a favorite movie of mine. Growing up, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Some of you, that dates me a little bit. The young folks are not laughing at all because they don't know that movie. Where he says life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop every once in a while, you just might miss it. And I think I'm at a stage in life where that's just really starting to hit me now, like the truth of that, you know. So I encourage that, you know, take the time to look around and soak life in. And the other was this that came to mind as Stan was talking, another quote. This one's from Scripture, but that his mercies are new every morning. And just a reminder that no matter how bad today was, or how much you felt like you failed today, tomorrow is a brand new day to start it all over again with a brand new fresh start. So yeah, thank you, Stan. What a great inspiration. We think we got a video, is that right?
Hopefully, we're going to have this video to play. So this is this is to help out Thomasville High School, and so hopefully we're going to get play. So we're hoping that with today being Shadow Day and having the mindset about business, that we can listen to this little short video.
Got you ready?
Yep.
Hello all, my name is Mr. Rue, and I'm proud and honored to serve as the new 9th grade career management teacher here at Thomasville City Schools at the high school. I am casting and sharing a vision that we recently launched our Bulldog Professional Closet. We do understand that when students are dressed for success, that they contribute better and they're better confident. With this in mind, I am launching an initiative for all 9th graders. If you are a community member, a local district leader, or very active in our community, I do ask that you consider making a donation of professional clothing that will contribute to our Bulldog Professional Closet. The professional clothing can consider a button-up, a tie, slacks, khakis, or a belt, or any clothing for our young ladies such as dresses or professional items. These donations will contribute and benefit students as they deliver their mock interviews as well as their elevator pictures in class. If you have any questions or concerns in regards to how donations can be made, or any questions regarding the closet in general, please feel free to contact myself rotary.nc.us, or you can contact me at Thomasville High School. Thank you so much for your contribution to the Bulldog Professional Closet, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Take care, bye.
As you all know, as professionals, that we just feel better when we're dressed for success. So I thought that that was a really great video to share. If that's something that you can contribute to, then if you did not get the email address, let us know. We can get the email address put out. We can send out the video again to the membership. But everybody feels better when they are confident in the way that they look. So thank you again, everybody, students and faculty. Thank you all that participated in our show today. Thank you, Rotarians, again for hosting everybody. We certainly appreciate it, and we look forward to doing this again next year.
If you want to donate to the Bulldog Closet, just take it to the high school, Diane?
Yes.
Okay, just drop it off.
Awesome. Yeah, and that is such a wonderful cause. So I'd encourage all Rotarians to, if you can, that's a great way to help the community and certainly help our students out. So make them just bring those donations to the high school.
Jason, can we get a group photo too?
Yeah. Of all of our Shadow Day folks?
Yes.
Yeah, so before you head out today, we're getting ready to end this thing, but before you head out today, you want us to meet up here? Have a meet up here, or is there a certain spot?
Probably back here.
In the back? Meet in the back for a really quick photo of all of our Shadow Day folks. With that said, thank you so much for being with us. Oh, Judy, I forgot about that. Yes, Stan.
I do want to say this right quick, Stan, I appreciate what you said. Every little bit, my youngest brother will say, you ever see Coach Sykes? And he says that was one of the most influential and best teachers and coaches I ever had. So thank you, Stan, that's an example of that. So again, you know the power of Rotary. And so a year ago, Rick Phillips and Jill had a program on the Oregon Trail. And Milford and I just got back yesterday morning. It was 2 weeks of just riding the wagon and the mules and me picking up the buffalo chips, but it was fabulous. Thank you. But we did stop in Idaho Falls for Rotary, and they sent this to you all from Rotary. And, you know, they love to hear me say we're from North Carolina.
Yeah, that's awesome. So this is from Idaho Falls Rotary Club. So very cool. Thank you, Judy and Milford, for representing us there to that club. And we'll have to reach out to them and give them thank you for sending this back our way. And that's a great reminder. You know, we always say every time that we induct a new member that when you join Rotary, you don't just join this club, you join an international group of people. And there's a Rotary in pretty much just about every town, near about anyway. So when you're on vacation or you're traveling across the country to do the Oregon Trail, whatever you may find yourself doing, you will find a Rotary. And so it's an encouragement for us to visit those if we can. So thank you for doing that. This is great. Hey, this has been a wonderful day. Let's stand together as we close out our time in our meeting together. If you're a Rotarian, you've heard this, and you know all too well, we are people who have a heart driven for serving our community and serving our world. And so we live by a forward test. You heard one of our Shadow Day students, he participated in our forward test speech contest last year, and you did great. I remember your speech. It was wonderful. I hope you'll do it again. And that's an invite for everyone. There's a scholarship attached to the winner of that too. FYI, that's wonderful. If you're interested, come see one of us about that as well. But the four-way test is a litmus test for us as Rotarians, something for us to live by. And it's questions that we ask ourselves to help maintain integrity, as Stan was talking about. And so we ask ourselves this not only at the end of every meeting, but every day as Rotarians as well. We also send out a challenge at the end of each one of our meetings that as we leave this place and we go to the different four corners of our community, to different schools, to different places of work and homes, and all the things that we think that say or do, let's maintain eyes that are open to see the needs of our community, ears that are open to hear the needs of our community, and a heart that's ready to serve
success and